when it's convenient for them, but not convenient for you. And you need to be honest with yourself. You need to tell yourself the truth. If you're not ready for that level of performance, because I don't want to say commitment, you are committed to everything in this life. However, you decide whether you perform or not. That is all up to you. And those who perform are those who show up and they actually go through the motions and go through the gears shifting from 1 to 5. Those who choose to sit on the sideline. Remember I said we're all committed. They've committed to sitting on the bench and watching those who are going through the motions. You cannot avoid the commitment. You cannot avoid it. There's certain things that are just written into the nature of, into the law of nature. And even though human beings have gone on to construct their own rules and their own laws, these principles you cannot escape, and these are God's laws. Which is, if you jump off a building, my friend, with no parachute, dead. If you jump in front of a car, dead. If you enter into a lion's cage, most likely dead. And these are all things that you cannot avoid. If you bust a nut inside a girl, pregnant. So when people are on TV, especially you young cats, when people are on TV and they act surprised like, oh, I'm pregnant. And trust me, they're trying to finesse you right there. Those people knew exactly what they're doing, and the person knows that they're most likely going to become pregnant, but they still go on to act as if they are surprised, as if they didn't know the acts that they performed last night or 2 weeks on that night when they went out to the club, or they just met some guy or girl in the gym and they got carried away and something swayed them so far deep down that they ended up popping. And a few weeks later, a baby pops out. Those are the laws of nature, my friend. If you go and you perform those acts with a dog, you're not gonna produce a wolf man or a werewolf, because those go against the principles and nature and law of nature. And these are all embedded into the reality that we all live. We cannot avoid this. It is what it is. Certain things just cannot happen, and certain things are guaranteed to happen because it's threaded into and embedded into the simulation. And for the simulation to be the way that it is because those certain things cannot change. Those certain things cannot change, so we think. However, as with anything in the simulation, knowing that there's always a glitch in almost everything that it throws out. So immortality is not as far-fetched as one may think, but is immortality really the right thing to do? And that will now only be discovered at the time where people can actually make themselves immortal, and then they can find out. Till then, we will all just throw our opinions and our thoughts and say this or that, and this is evil and this is that. But up until it happens, you have no idea. Immortality could be the best thing that's ever happened to the planet. At the same time, it could be the worst thing that's ever happened to the planet. Think about it. Immortality will allow people to complete their tasks, ideas, visions, goals with no pressure of time. However, if a dictator becomes present in a very powerful country, a very powerful nation, and he's immortal, it means that he can be there for. And you get to see how immortality can be a good thing and it can be a bad thing. And so far, human beings have not been able to break that rule and that law. But in many other ways, they've broken so many rules and so many laws. We have done so much. Just like jumping out of a plane, they made a parachute, and all of a sudden, something that was meant to be guaranteed death is now actually an experience that people go to enjoy just for fun. Just for fun. Something that anyone can experience. They don't even have to be an expert or anything. Any random person today can go and pay to jump out of a plane and experience what it's like to duke the system, to literally get one up over the system. And that's exactly what you're meant to do, because you are the essence of that system, and you are meant to be the glitch in the system, and continuously glitch, so that the system can continuously be improved. Because what a lot of people do not understand is that this plane of existence that we live in is a living being, just like you. So it is growing and going through the same stages that you are, from being a baby to being a kid, being a preteen, an adolescent, a teenager, an adult, and so forth, up until eventually it becomes a granddad. And because of that, all they can ever do is just look to improve, and look to improve, and to get better, and to get better, and to get better.